Hey wizards, so would you like to know where you can trade options or futures using Bitcoin? If so, this is the video for you. Let's get into it. Now I can tell you, if you want to trade Bitcoin options or futures using US dollars and not holding any Bitcoin whatsoever, then go to the CBOE if you're a small account trader, or the CME if you're a larger account trader, and you can trade based on the Bitcoin price in US dollars without touching Bitcoin whatsoever. However, this video is for you if you actually want to trade Bitcoin futures and options in or using Bitcoin. Maybe you're a miner and you want to hedge your position, or you want to take part purely in cryptocurrency and trade in cryptocurrency, then this is the video for you. Now, there are two main platforms that allow you to do this: Deribit and Quedex. Now, anyone who's been following this channel knows that I have an affiliation with Quedex. I opened an account with them, I started trading with them, they liked the video they saw, and Quedex and I got together and we put together the series of trading videos that you have seen. What I plan on doing here is a very fair assessment, and you can make up your own mind as to which platform is right for you. We're going to go through a scoring system. We're just going to award points. This is based on my opinion and my research. So all I'm doing is giving you my own view of things for you to make up your own mind. Now let's get into it. The first thing that I think we need is the score. So let's go and add that in. Okay, cool. Now that we've got that, we're going to go through this table, and every time we feel that one platform does better than the other, we will award it a point up here. Now, right now, both platforms are at 0. So let's get started. Now, in terms of go live, Deribit has been around for a lot longer. And I have to say that Quedex, although their beta platform came out and got launched on the 2nd of December, they have come a very long way very quickly. However, in terms of track record and time, Quedex has to be awarded a point there. So let's go and give them 1 point. Now, in terms of platform regulation, I have to say that Quedex has to win hands down. Not only are they regulated by Gibraltar's rules and regulations over blockchain, but they are also about to become the first exchange that will be licensed and regulated with blockchain specific regulation. And it is a big deal to them. So we're going to give them a point there. With Deribit, it's slightly unclear. I'm sure there'll be material out there for you to go and research in more depth. I certainly did look, but I really didn't find nearly as many results come up as when I searched for regulation around Quedex. Now, in terms of Bitcoin storage, again, Quedex has to take a point because 100% of your Bitcoin is in multi-signature storage. This is very similar to a platform like BitMEX. BitMEX being one of the very few exchanges who have never had any Bitcoin ever stolen from them. Quedex operates the same approach with their storage. Now, that's not to say that Deribit don't do a good job. Over 90% plus of your Bitcoin on Deribit is also in cold storage. However, Quedex does take the lead on this one, so we need to award them with another point. Quedex also offer PGP encryption, so we'll give them another point for that one. Now, in terms of dealing with bankruptcy or negative positions, Deribit take the lead, although both platforms have a very similar approach to handling any negative positions. They will exhaust all avenues before getting to socialization. I believe from my research that Deribit has a bigger insurance fund to support you, and I was very impressed to see on the Deribit website that they actually show this, and they're very transparent about that. So definitely a point awarded to Deribit for that one. As you can see here, Deribit also take the lead in terms of having a lower fee for future settlement. And once again, they also have a lower fee for options settlement. Now, in terms of maker fees, I have to say that Quedex comes out on top, so we'll award them a point for that. In terms of futures maker fees, they're about neutral. In terms of the options taker fee, again, Quedex comes out on top. And in terms of the futures taker fee, if I just unfold the veil over here, once again, Quedex earns a point there. So the Quedex fees generally are lower than the ones that you'll find on Deribit. Now, in terms of option settlement, both platforms are European style options and therefore are settled at expiration. Now, one big differentiator is that Quedex put themselves as the first consistent Bitcoin options exchange, meaning that their options and their futures are both underlined using dollars. Now with Deribit, their options are underlined using dollars and their futures are underlined with Bitcoin. Now, this can cause problems when it comes to the put-call parity or arbitrage opportunity that Quedex talk about on their site. Now, if you'd like me to talk about put-call parity and how you can make money risk-free with arbitrage, not in terms of transferring coins from one exchange to another, then put the comment in this video, I don't know, yes, yes, yes. If I see the comment, yes, 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 in this video, I will do a video specifically covering put-call parity and that arbitrage for you. But this is quite a big differentiator and I would like to award Quedex a point here. Now, once again, Quedex score another point because they allow you to trade with higher leverage. And the reason for that is they have balancing auctions and a comprehensive risk management structure. And there's a lot that comes into play with this. I don't want to cover it all in this video, but essentially one of the big advantages there is you can trade or hedge with more leverage on Quedex. Now, a special well done to Deribit because they were the first to get out there with a mobile app. Now, a lot of people like using a mobile app. They are on their phone more than they are on their desktop. And I think that's a biggie. So a well done to Deribit there and a point awarded. It's also worth noting that both platforms offer a test user interface so you can go in there and play around without using real Bitcoin or your real money. Now, in terms of user interface, I was quite surprised because I went back to the Deribit website. It's been a while since I've been on there and I was really impressed with how far they've come in making the user interface more user-friendly. It's not as user-friendly as the Quedex interface, in my opinion. However, what I really liked about their platform is they had a volatility chart. They had a chart there displaying the insurance fund. They had the price index chart as well. Now, the volatility chart really made it for me. I got really excited when I saw that. Now, fair enough, you could trade using the volatility chart by looking at it on Deribit and trade it on Quedex. However you want to do it, it's fine. But I really wanted to award some points there to Deribit because I think they've come a long way in terms of improving that user interface. However, the reason why I signed up for Quedex in the first place is because for somebody who's not trading options all the time, and for somebody who is still getting their head around the Bitcoin to US dollars, option pricing, etc., it was far easier for me to break into options trading using the Quedex trading platform. In fact, I didn't go onto the Deribit platform before for two reasons. One was the regulation, and I was still very new into cryptocurrency, so I was still a little bit uncertain then. And the other thing was the user interface. I couldn't quite understand or figure out the options platform, and options are really what interest me. So I was very, very excited to see the Quedex trading platform. I think for beginners, the user interface is far more friendly, and so I'd like to award them a point for that. The Deribit leadership team is bigger than the Quedex leadership team. However, in terms of skills and background, they are evenly matched. I was fascinated by researching the people behind these two fantastic platforms. Given that there's a slightly bigger team, there is the app development happening because they have an app developer there on Deribit, I did want to award them a point for the team. Now, the last thing I want to really talk about and unveil to you is the intent. Both of these platforms are long-term players. It is very clear to me that these exchanges are here to stay. I can see with Quedex that regulation is very important. I can see with Deribit that they've got a longer-term track record over here. That's why they got awarded a point, because basically there's more liquidity on their platform. And so it was very obvious to me that with Deribit trying to be very transparent, especially with the insurance fund, and with Quedex being very, very driven for regulation, especially cryptocurrency-based regulation, which is going to be a game changer for the whole market, that both of these players are here for the long term. Both of them are here to stay. Now, in this assessment, they both scored equally. That wasn't on purpose. That's just how it unfolded based on the facts that I've outlined and the way I look at it here. You might have information on Deribit that would put them further ahead for you. You might have information on Quedex that would put them ahead for you. I'm not really sure, but my recommendation to you on which one to use is both of them. Use both platforms. See which one you prefer using. If Quedex is more intuitive, use them. If you feel better trading on Deribit because you understand the layout for some reason better, or you just like having that volatility chart there, or you like the team or how they are developing, the fact that they have that track record, go with them. If you like the regulation side of Quedex, go with them. If you prefer that your trading fees are lower, again, go with Quedex. It's really up to you. So my advice to you is to test out and try both of them. My belief, and I could be wrong, but my belief from the research I've done is both of these are major players and they're both here to stay. One of the big advantages to Deribit is they have the liquidity. And so that really is a big point. However, the leverage on Quedex could be favorable for a lot of people who are mining or want to hedge positions. So really just go out there, look at both platforms, see which one you prefer, and let me know in the comments below. I hope you found this video valuable and useful, and I can't wait to catch you in the next one. Talk soon.